So don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Let's begin. So let's check with the Chapter5. So, how you doing, my old scientist friend?
Ah, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again.
Last time I saw you, you were pretty agitated.
Yes, well, I had good reason to be distressed. You had already helped me establish that there is something unprecedented going on with this tree. Now my superiors have been made aware. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't that? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency. Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit is. We don't know when or even if this will stop. It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but given time. While I hesitate to speculate on the possibilities, well, none of them are good.
If these vibrations continue to increase in frequency like you are saying, it could possibly be harmful to humans.
Yes, and not just humans. All organic life will be affected. Low-frequency vibrations are not uncommon in this species. The vibrations help disperse nutrients throughout the tree. However, normally the vibrations are imperceptible. If the vibrations continue to increase in frequency and strength, prolonged exposure could lead to harmful and potentially deadly side effects. It's imperative we find a way to correct this. There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. Unfortunately, there are some, shall we say, personal issues with acquiring it.
Okay.
Personnel issues, if you understand me.
Mm. And let me guess, coworker and jilted lover?
What? No, that is ridiculous. I am a professional.
You
One of the other
sure?
researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if
Okay.
someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say?
Why won't Emilio turn the data over here? Is isn't that emergency,
He's held a
ma'am?
grudge against me for years. It's petty, really.
Why?
I'm sure he thinks that doing this now will hold back my career. He wouldn't listen when I tried to explain this isn't about me. There are bigger concerns.
Okay, I will get your
Oh, thank
research.
you. Last I knew, he was on a field assignment somewhere near the outskirts of the city. Uh, Perhaps it's best if you don't mention my name in the process.
Okay.
Research happening here.
Hello, Emilia Hadek.
Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
What are you doing out here?
Oh, it's important research.
Yeah,
I
I get
won't
it.
bore you with the technical details, but it's critical that I get this done.
Captain Frush asked me to get some data from you, but he did say do not mention my name, but who cares?
What? You've got to be kidding me. Is he seriously that desperate? No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no
Oh,
chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not
no
helping him
man.
with that.
Just like global warming. Why are you so against helping him?
Kelton screwed me over good. Probably ruined my chances for advancing in MAST. I'm not going to forgive that, ever.
Oh, ruin your career path. I don't understand, but I know how you feel. This is all frustrating for you, but you need to do the right thing here, man. It will be cathartic.
Yeah, that's all very touching. But cathartic or not, my career would still be in flames. He really won't let this go, will he?
No.
Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST.
How can I do this? What do you want me to do?
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
Okay, fine, I mean,
Wait, really? Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the mass network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked.
Okay, I'm tickling here. It sounds fun. I like the challenge, but I wanna pursue it in. So, how about you just give me the Kelton's data now and we skip the rest?
Sorry, that's not on the table.
This isn't the way to get ahead.
From where I'm standing, kinda seems like it is.
There has to be a way we can work this
There is.
out.
And I already explained exactly
Yeah,
what it is.
you are making this personal and it doesn't need to
Kelton
be.
already made this personal, you know. I'm
Okay,
just fixing
okay,
it.
I will do it.
Enough. The deal is the deal. You get Kelton's stupid data when I know that the files have been wiped from the chief engineer's terminal. Just get in, access her terminal, delete the files, and get out. Really simple.
What exactly is this data I'm deleting for you, by the
Oh,
way?
don't worry about it. It's just, pretty much everything in my personnel file. Most of it is fine, of course. I'm good at what I do. I just received a few very unfair reviews recently, and I figure, why not start over completely?
Are you worried someone will notice it's
Not
missing?
much experience with government bureaucracy, huh? The mass network is running off hardware that is decades old. They don't upgrade anything unless it's absolutely necessary. This will just be one entry in a long list of mild annoyances that aren't worth following up on. It's kind of amazing, really.
Okay. So what exactly do you at Mast?
Between you and me, as little as possible.
You're kinda bad person.
I'm just kidding, of course. I worked really hard at my job. Studied in computational bioscience, did some time in agrogenetics. These days, I just help out wherever I can. Waiting for a good opportunity. Maybe an opening in administration. You know how it goes.
Okay, I feel you, bro. I feel you. So I will help you. And we get our digipix. Yes. Is there anybody out there? We are not here for burglary, so just delete the records. Delete the records. Okay, that's it. We purge both records because why not?
You have some good news for me?
Yeah, your records are now
They
clear.
sure are. I took a peek on the network. Saw that things have updated. Great job. You came through for me, so now I'll do the same for you. This slate
Thanks,
has all the
buddy.
data Kelton needs. Hand it over to him, stuff it down his throat. It's all the same to me.
Hey, that was a good to do business with you, man. Let's see each other not very soon.
If we keep
Oh,
running into each other like this, you might as well be put on the master roll.
that will be
I
good.
hope you have the data.
I never
It's really
turned
quite
down the
crucial.
credit. So there may have been some illegal activity involved in getting my hand on this, but
Don't say another word. I don't want to know.
okay,
I'm sorry if
cause
this was
I delete
complicated.
your records too.
I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we...
So I'm just doing my part, man, cause this city is on the good city and I don't want it to be ruined.
And I appreciate it. Thank you for your assistance.
So what's with Yumi? Hello, Sergeant Yumi. Are we keeping up?
Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale.
I just only did one thing for him, man. So, how are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Yes. So, I'm looking for work if you have any.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can
That's.
fill in the gaps.
Well, why did he leave without identifying the assailant?
Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated. Which is another way of saying highly unreliable.
Okay, I'm curious about this rich guy, so I can do that for you.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
Okay. So what's Down's Roast, by the way?
A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where forks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
Okay, anything else should I know about this case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Okay, I got you.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, see ya. Okay, that's a fancy restaurant. So this place looks expensive, boy.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it.
Okay, let's get to the point. I am here about the fight that happened at your restaurant.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio have been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
So these two men dined together, you say?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I'm see.
But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
Noise. So can you describe these patrons for me?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined.
Noise.
His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe.
Noise.
The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent.
Oh, the
Excellent.
French exists
Well,
still exists. So, do you know anything about a stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
I need to find one of the patron involved. Apparently stole something that called ring.
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived.
Okay.
I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Okay, thank you, young man. I will see you around.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Kinda handsome man. Oh, French did the crime. Okay. So, Hugo, how you doing?
Believe that, Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
That what? Dirty rotten scrundle?
Thank you. He's a scoundrel and a fiend, and I was wrong to ever think otherwise. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter.
Oh, what happened at the Down's roast, man?
It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other.
Noise?
But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's roost with a number written on the back. To think
So,
he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
maybe you got things wrong. I don't know. Your ex claims you stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
It's still his property. Maybe his mother's ring or some kind of shit like that.
I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Why would you want to keep something that reminds you of him?
Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Thanks, man. I finished my investigation of the fight at Down's Roost.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
Yeah, I did. Here you go.
Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Okay.